This band needs more light shined upon them. Portugal's Destroyers of All released an early contender for Album of the Year in this February's In Darkness We Remain. And why the hell is this being kept in the shadows? People need to hear this. Now, In Darkness We Remain is a mix of all things heavy, but it's mostly thrash-inspired death metal with a thick groove running throughout the entire album. I'd even go out on a limb and call this melodic progressive, thrash-inspired, blackened death metal with a groove. What a mouthful! And that only scratches the surface of the album. I've listened to In Darkness We Remain countless times over the last several weeks, and this is one complete album. In a world where bands are forced to write songs individually and release them one at a time in order just to please the almighty algorithm, Portugal's Destroyers of All obviously didn't get that memo. Destroyers of All wrote one complete album where they used sultry and lighter fare moments sprinkled throughout the entire album, tying each track together, giving this album a 44-minute song-type feel rather than the 10 individual tracks that are found upon it. Everything is done to absolute perfection on this album, with 9 original songs and 1 cover song of the Beatles, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. This album's intense, and it'll please any fan of the heavy as long as your ears can withstand the onslaught. Guitars vary from crunchy, heavy, thick tones to just blistering, filthy, speedy tones, accompanied with pulverizing drum work and battle-worn bass lines. Vocal duties remind me of one of my favorite vocalists in metal, At the Gates' Thomas Lindbergh. And the subject matter in this is just as heavy and diabolical. Group vocals make this album feel ferocious, and after the 9 songs, my neck is left exhausted as it received a proper thrashing. In the lighter but still dark moments of some mid-tempo intros and some Sepultura, Soulfly tribal moments make the contrast with the heavy moments even heavier, giving more weight to this album. And after these 9 songs, you're left with 1 cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps. This is one of my favorite cover songs. So when I saw on In Darkness We Remain that Destroyers of All were going to attempt to cover While My Guitar Gently Weeps, it was the first time I kind of questioned their judgment a little bit. I was extremely skeptical as I went in with a preconceived notion that they were going to fail on this because there's no way you can take that song and make it metal and sound good. And as soon as the first dark, dank notes appeared on this album closer of a cover, I knew I was just in for a treat. Destroyers of All were still able to leave the soul and the emotion in this song, making it even better than ever. I'll give Destroyers of All credit. They crushed this cover. It made the Beatles version look like child's play. But Destroyers of All added an organ that was just mind-blowingly delicious. Like, I never would have thought of adding an organ into metal, but the tone of it sounded great. All in all, phenomenal album. So excited to hear it. And a front runner for Album of the Year in 2025. So all you bands releasing music after this is who you need to be. Can you do it?